Divine Psychology. The other day, it was suggested that all experiences, which of course are perceptions, are like food. After ingesting, there's a process of digestion and assimilation that
Will get your attention.
that takes place. And it reminds of that old Siddhar's saying that was quoted many times some time ago, and that is, take all perceptions from the sensual, the aesthetic, and the transcendent levels of mind, and bring them to the subtle levels of body, speech and mind, the body of appearances, the speech of vibrations, and the mind of awareness, from where they flow down the columns at the side of the spine, positive, negative, subjective, objective, and meet and arise up the central column of pure mind as our thoughts and our actions. Let's test this with several stories. The first is a story of a certain miser. He was said to be the miser of all misers. He never gave anything to anyone, and it was said that he was somewhat of a hermit and lived an isolated life. But one day it came to the attention of the rabbi that there was a family in very, very great need. So he went throughout the community to gather the necessary funds to give them assistance, but he didn't have enough. So he decided to go to the old miser and ask. But of course, when he went to the miser said, "This is not anything to do with me. I don't have anything to do with people. I don't give alms. I don't give money." But before the rabbi took his leave from the old miser, he took out of his pocket a mirror, and he handed it to the old miser, and he said, "Look and tell me what you see." So the miser looked in the mirror, and he, of course, said, "I see only my own face." And then the rabbi led him over to the window and said, "Look out and tell me what you see." And the old man said, "Oh, I see people, I see life. There's children playing and a couple walking by holding hand in hand." And the rabbi said to him, "Well, you see, when you look out of the window, you see life. But when you look in the mirror, because of its silver backing, like the silver that you amass, it is not possible to see or participate in life." In that moment, the miser had an illumination, you might say, and he said to the rabbi, "How much do you need?" The second story is about a young man who was with a spiritual teacher for some years, and it was observed by the teacher that this young man, because of his spiritual practices, his discipline, he moved very rapidly, too rapidly in the opinion of the Master, through the 39 gates of perception, awareness, dimensions. And viewing this, it happened just as the Master feared. The young man ceased coming to the gatherings, and it came to his attention that the young man no longer followed any of the practices or disciplines that he had followed previously. And the Master feared for his well-being. So the Master went to the young man's house, and without any knocking on any doors, he entered the household to confront the young man. And very loudly he said to him, "I know exactly where you're at. I have been there before, having gone through the 39 gates. You are now on the threshold of the 40th, and your mind is full of fears. But isolation and cessation will not help you." The young man said, "You have explained exactly where I am at. Is it that I should go right back to the beginning again?" The Master said, "No. You must stare fixedly at the gate, because that which has been present and impelled you all along is also present in the void that lies beyond the gate." So perhaps the question, a side question, can be asked, that we can ask ourselves: what is it that has been present and impelled us all along? But referring to our exploration into divine psychology, and recognizing that after ingesting these stories, there is a process that occurs, explained in the Siddha saying. But the question that's posed is, where is this place in us that's referred to? We know perhaps the place of digestion, the stomach. But when we look at perceptions, what is it? Where is it? Is it our subconscious mind? Is it our heart? Is it our psyche? Having ingested these several diverse stories, knowing that they must go through the process, just like the digestion, it's a pattern. Where in us does this take place? Is it the subconscious? Is it the heart? Is it the psyche? We certainly know and can follow a process of digestion of food. Even a glass of water, we can follow down the esophagus, down into the system. Also with food. But what about the experiences that are perception? Where or what is it? And what is it that's been present and impelled us all along? Are they related? Let's explore that as we continue to explore divine psychology.